Hello students, welcome back to accountancy classes. So as we were going to discuss about the financial statements of not-for-profit organizations in our last class, and our topic was fund-based accounting. As we have studied about some special funds like building fund, prize fund or some special kind of funds, we have discussed about the difference between both the funds, that general fund or specific fund. General fund that we receive or an organization receive, it can be used for any purpose, but specific fund can be used only for specific purpose. So in fund-based accounting, there is one more point that we are going to discuss right now. Actually our point was here, like suppose that an organization has building fund balance as on 1st April 2019. This is the opening balance of any fund. In this we receive any donation. If we are receiving any donation, that will be added to building fund because that will increase your income. Any expenses on building, so that will be deducted from this fund because that will decrease your fund. In the same way, we can add any other income. Like as I told you that if you are investing your building fund somewhere, so you may get interest on that investment, that will also be added to your building fund. So it will also be added here, and this is the net amount that will be shown in the liability side of the balance sheet. This topic we have already discussed. Now the new point is here, construction work of building. Suppose that your building is work in progress, means its construction is going on, so the expenses that are continue on construction, that will be deducted from this fund. Any expenses that are on construction, expenses on construction work of building, that will be deducted from that specific fund, and the same point will be added to capital fund. What is the reason behind this concept? That your building's construction work is going on, means it's in work in progress right now, or till the end of your financial year its work has not yet completed. That's why it is deducted from its specific fund or added to capital fund in the liability side of the balance sheet. Let's take one example of this concept. You can see question number 7 from your book. Show how will you deal with the following items while preparing the final accounts of an NPO for the year ended 31st March 2020. Building fund as on 1st April 2019, donation received, expenditure on construction, capital fund, life membership fees received. The construction work is in progress and has not yet completed. This is the most important point that we are going to discuss in this question. So in this you have to find two amounts, calculation of building fund and capital fund. These both funds are shown in the liability side, so we have to calculate the amount of both the funds. First, I am writing here capital fund as on 1st April 2019. That is given in the question, 10 lakh rupees. Then you can write here after a little space building fund as on 1st April 2019, that is 8 lakh rupees. Second point is here, donation received for building during the year. Donation received for building, so it will be added to building fund. Donation received for building. Amount is 12 lakh rupees. So now your building fund is 20 lakh. Next point, expenditure on construction of building during the year. So it will be deducted. Expenditure on construction. This is the point that we discussed now. 7 lakh rupees. And this 7 lakh rupees will be added to your capital fund, because this construction work is in work in progress and still it has not yet completed. So you will write here expenses on building construction. It is 7 lakh rupees. So now your capital fund is 17 lakh and your building fund is 13 lakh. Life membership fees received. Life membership fees, that is added to capital fund. Life membership fees, amount is 50,000. So the net amount of capital fund is 17 lakh 50,000 and building fund is 13 lakh. This was your question on the concept of this construction point. I think everybody has cleared this point. As we have already discussed all the points, just only one point was new here, expenses on building construction. In the same way, it may be for any other specific fund also. So the same process you have to do, that you will be you will deduct this amount from that specific fund, or you will add that amount in capital fund. Okay? So this topic is completed, that was fund based accounting. Now let's take next point. Our next topic will be subscription. First of all, know the exact meaning of subscription. In brief, we have discussed about this, but you can write about subscription that it is a kind of income source for NPO, and it is collected quarterly, monthly, half yearly or yearly from members to keep their membership alive. What is the definition of subscription? You can say that this is the main source of income for NPO, and it is collected quarterly or monthly or half yearly or yearly. It is depend on that organization that how he is collecting his subscription. It may be collected quarterly, monthly, half yearly or yearly from members to keep their membership alive. This is a kind of income source for subscription. As I told you, an NPO prepares financial statements that are receipt and payment account or income and expenditure account. Apart from these two accounts, it prepares balance sheet also, but here we will discuss only these two accounts. In receipt and payment account, actual subscription received during the year. In this account, we will show actual subscription received during the year. That doesn't matter that subscription is of next year or last year, or that is of capital nature or revenue nature. That is no matter, but subscription, what actual amount of subscription you received during the year, that will be shown in the receipt and payment account. But income and expenditure account, it will calculate only current year subscription. Current year subscription, suppose that 10,000 rupees is your outstanding subscription of current year. 10,000 rupees is outstanding subscription of current year, so that will be added to income and expenditure account, but that will not be shown in receipt and payment account because that is the outstanding amount. So in receipt and payment account, we show only actual receiving amount, but income and expenditure includes outstandings, all the accrual things, because it is prepared on the accrual basis, but it is prepared on the cash basis. I am telling you one formula on the basis of these points. How we will show subscription amount in income and expenditure account. First of all, you will write here subscription received during the year. What actual amount you received of subscription during the year. Out of this amount, you will deduct outstanding subscription in the beginning of the year. This will be deducted from this. Add outstanding subscription at the end of the year. This will be added to this subscription. Then add advance received in the beginning of the year. In the beginning of the year, it may be your last year. And in this amount, you will deduct advance subscription received during the year. So the net amount will be shown in income and expenditure account. Again, see what is the concept behind this. Subscription received during the year, this will be the actual amount, less outstanding subscription in the beginning of the year. Why we are deducting this amount? Because this subscription is related to last year. That's why we are deducting this, because we will show the subscription that is related to only current year. So this outstanding subscription is related to last year, that's why it will be deducted from your subscription. On the opposite of this, we will add outstanding subscription at the end of the year, because this subscription is related to current year. Add advance received in the beginning of the year. Yes, so we were discussing about this point that what subscription amount will be shown in income and expenditure account. Total subscription received less outstanding subscription in the beginning of the year, because this was related to last year. Outstanding subscription at the end of the year, because this is related to current year. Add advance received in the beginning of the year. In the beginning, you received advance because that is related to current year, that's why it will be added. or if you are receiving any advance in the current year, so that is related to next year, so that will be deducted from this subscription. So this will be the actual amount of subscription that will be shown in income and expenditure account. Now let's discuss about one question that will clear your concept. On the basis of these concepts, try to solve examples and questions from your book. So I am going to solve question number 8 from your book. As per receipts and payment account for the year ended on March 31st, 2017, the subscription received was 6 lakh rupees. This is the actual subscription amount. Additional information given is as follows. You have 4 additional informations. Ascertain the amount of income from subscription for the year 2016-17 and show how relevant items of subscription will appear in opening and closing balance sheets. You have to show the amount of subscription in balance sheet also and income and expenditure. So first we will show here calculation of subscription. As I told you, first you have to write actual subscription received. Amount is 6 lakh rupees. From this, less outstanding subscription on 1st April 2016. 1st April 2016 is the opening of this year. It means this outstanding is related to last year. That's why we will deduct this amount 60,000. So it is 5,40,000. Then we will add from this outstanding subscription on 31st March 2017. 40,000. Outstanding subscription on 31st March means this is the closing of this financial year. So this subscription is related to current year, that's why we are adding this, and this subscription is related to last year, that's why we are deducting this. Now add advance subscription on 1st April 2016, last year, 32,000. So now your subscription is 6,12,000. Deduct advance subscription on 31st March 2017. Amount is 38,000. So the net subscription amount 5,74,000 will be shown in income and expenditure account. In the income side means credit side. So again just remind 2 points, automatically you can remind the remaining 2 points. Outstanding of last year we are deducting, outstanding of current year we are adding. So just opposite of this, last year's outstanding is deducting here, so last year's advance will be added. Current year's outstanding is adding here, so current year's advance will be deducted. This is the basic concept of subscription. On this basis we will show the amount in income and expenditure account. Now let's take next point, that how we will show these subscription in the balance sheets. Balance sheet we have 2 here, one is of last year and one is of current year, or you can say that one is of beginning of the year and the another one is for closing for the year. So here I am showing you only in a little way. I am showing you because we have to show only 2 items in every balance sheet. This is liability side, this is asset side. Everybody knows about this. Liabilities, assets. This is closing balance sheet and this is opening balance sheet. Okay. So now again move on these points. Outstanding subscription on 1st April 16 means this is related to opening balance sheet. Now the point is that where will you show this outstanding? In the liability side or asset side? So just think about it. Subscription is income for the organization, and your income is outstanding means you will receive this income in the future. That's why it will be shown in the asset side. So here you will show outstanding subscription. Amount is 60,000. Next point, outstanding subscription on 31st March means this is related to last year, current year. So this will be shown in the closing balance sheet. Outstanding subscription 40,000. Now let's talk about advance subscription. Last year's advance means last year you received advance subscription for the current year. So for the last year it is the liability of the organization because still you did not pay the services, just you received the advance subscription. So it will be shown in the liability side. Advance subscription 32,000 opening, and in the same way advance subscription amount is 38,000. This is closing. So these are the items that how we will show in the balance sheets. Clear? If you have any doubt you can ask me later, but I think so this concept is clear to everyone. On the basis of this 8th question, you will solve question number 9 because this is similar to question number 8.